Hello and welcome back to Mass Effect. I'm Chance, also known as Maras, and in the last episode we just exposed Saren for his crimes against humanity and became a Spectre. Oh, I just threw a grenade. I forgot how to control. Alright.
Not enough data yet.
Kinda wanna start this quest, but I also don't wanna. Seasick. I'm missing one ward's location. Which one is that, though? Can't wait to play the other games.
In other news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
They refused to comment. I mean, like, look at that. It's so bad. I love this game. I spent so many hours into it, like over 100 hours. But still, I need that fresh breath of air. Complaining about the graphics again. Here we are.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I'll take good care of her, sir.
I know you will, Commander.
Why are you doing this?
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me
Captain.
that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
Why didn't you ever mention this?
What was I supposed to say? I could have been a Spectre, but I blew it? I failed, Commander.
Okay, he wasn't
It's
a
not something
Spectre.
I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me.
I was right,
I
he
had
wasn't
no
a
choice.
Spectre.
It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after.
The conduit.
The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
Yay.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
What about the
The
Reapers?
Reapers are the real threat.
The real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one,
Okay.
Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
Hey, fuck you.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
You
I'll
got
stop.
it.
We
What the
have
hell
one
is that?
more lead.
It sounded like he was about to go
The
into an
other
epic
voice in
like
that
guitar
recording.
solo with that. I was like,
She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni.
Dr.
We
Liara
have reports she
Tassoni.
was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Now, if you go to if you say I'm gonna go to Noveria, you'll get a renegade point. If you say I'll start with Pharos, it's a Paragon. If you start with Liara, it's neutral, because Pharos has dropped out of contact, so it's considered like, oh no, our humans are dying. Go there first. And Noveria is like one of those things like, hey, maybe you could find, like, it's considered like one of the zones you're supposed to go to last, because it's like, she might be there, we're not sure, go check it out. So it's like one of those leads that's like out there, and Liara is also like one of those like, you could go there later. I'm gonna say I'll start with
Colonists
Pharos,
on Pharos might still be alive.
because, you know, gotta save the
It's your
humans, but I'm
decision,
not actually
Commander.
gonna do that.
You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to
Just gotta
us.
grab those Paragon points.
Your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
Also, I think this is another one. It's like, that's your job.
I'll
Look
try
at you.
not to make things any harder on
Some
you,
renegade
Ambassador.
points.
Glad to hear it, Commander.
Although I'm not
Remember,
100%
you were
sure.
a human long
Let's be
before
honest.
you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
So, like, Anderson, he, in the books, they describe how humanity is starting to become, like, less split in the ethnicities. Like, Anderson is, like, a point, like, a quarter, not even a quarter, I think it's, like, a 10th African, a 10th Native American, a 10th this, a 10th that, a 10th this. He's, like, has so many ethnicities in him that, like, you can't really say that he is, like, one specific. He literally is just human, and that's where Earth was before they left Earth, is where humanity just started becoming like one kind of ethnicity because of all the populations just keep bunding together even more and more and more. So yeah, just a little backstory of Anderson. He's a bit Native American.
Yes, Commander?
Just like me. Except I'm not just a bit. I am a lot, but you know.
How are you holding up?
You don't know, but you know.
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing, but you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me.
What happened to
The
Goyle?
Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate
I
my
remember her,
performance,
but I
just like
don't
they sent
remember what
Miles
happened
keep
to her.
tabs on you.
Why hide this?
Why weren't you honest with me?
It's not something I'm proud of. I had a chance to become the first human Spectre, and I failed. Saren made sure of that.
What happened?
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the
Right,
village.
Batarians.
Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished, and I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
You got
Saren
blamed.
caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start.
I don't know if
I
the
should have
first
been more
book
careful. Maybe I
introduced.
could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
I forgot her name. I think it's Julian? Jillian? I want to say it's either starts with a J or a K.
The
But
only thing I care about is
You're
stopping
right,
Saren.
Commander. It's no good living in the past.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need me.
there's like this female character that was introduced in the books, and they don't address it at all.
You can see half the Citadel from up here. Nice to see so many humans working for CSEC.
The Normandy combines the best of Alliance technology and terrain engineering. It shows what we're capable of if we work together.
But yeah, like, there's a character in the books that was created, and they don't address it in the game, obviously, because this game, the book came after the game, so it makes sense if they didn't address it. But in the second game, they didn't address it either, and I'm pretty sure it was made in between the game. Like, I'm pretty sure it was made in between games.
Stand by, short party. Decontamination.
Either way, like,
progress.
she was made, and they didn't really address her.
Captain Anderson survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
This feels wrong.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge. It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed, but it's not like you could have stopped it. Nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
Need to be honest with them.
This is Commander Shepard speaking. We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
Humanity
For
must
too
do its
long, our
part.
species has stood apart from the others. Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of. Our enemy knows we're coming. When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too.
Nice.
Humanity needs to do this. Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space.
Oh, Garrus, no!
Saren must be stopped. And I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
Wouldn't
The
let him
captain
down.
gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
My
Yes,
shepherd's
sir.
growing on me. I actually like the look of him. Even though he's fucking ugly. Let's go talk to the crew. Then we'll go... I guess we'll go find Liara. Get her as a companion. Yeah, let's go talk to the guys downstairs before we talk to the guys up here. Because the only one who's up here is Caden. Down here is majority of the crew. So yeah, this is the guy you buy
Commander.
licenses for.
Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
So yeah, this is your onboard shop. Buy. What? Did it buy? Yes, it did. So yeah, this is where you buy like gear or sell gear on your ship. It's pretty good. You buy licenses for him. I don't know, I just like to buy it all just to have the option.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
You knew?
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
It's
For
not
the
that
most
bad.
part,
I mean,
the rules are there for a reason.
Yeah, they're there for a reason. I was just gonna say that.
But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
That's your reason.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I mean, yeah,
I
it's a
hope you
pretty
made the
tough
right
decision.
choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Whoa.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
So yeah, the things you talk to Garrus here actually affects who he becomes in Mass Effect 2. Not majorly, like it has no drastic change, but there's like a little change in how when you're introduced to him in the second game, he's less ruthless. I mean, he's still ruthless because he becomes like a renegade, but he mentions like going back to attempt to become a Spectre instead of going back to CSEC or something. It's one or the other. I think he actually like depends on which one. If you're good, he'll go to one, and if you're bad, he'll go to the other. So yeah, well, not if you're bad, but like the dialogues you choose, if it's good or bad, it's like it affects who he becomes.
Nice ship.
It's nothing major, of course.
What can I do for you?
Rex.
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Just a short one?
You Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
That's
I
unfortunate.
heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems similar enough to me.
Oh shit, I fucked up.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I won't.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Extinction.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
Yeah.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors.
We want to fight.
So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Genophage.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far.
Pretty sure these guys reproduce similarly to like
and no one's rushing to find a cure.
Frogs? I want to say frogs. Probably wrong. But they produce like 10 offsprings at a time whenever they reproduce. And I think that's why they made the genophage, is because like they reproduced so like quickly, and they were so effective at battle that they literally had to. Well, they didn't have to do it, but they did it because
Why don't the Krogan
they fucked up. The Solarians and the Turians fucked up, or I think it was the Solarians that found them first. So it was the Solarians that fucked up.
Would he rather find a cure for the genophage
or fight for credits? Because the Solarians, they went to the Krogan world, realized how good, how effective fighters they were, took them, used them for a war, and for payment for using that war, they gave them technology, which jump-started their race thousands and thousands of years. But because they were jump-started so quickly and weren't like, they didn't evolve into it, they were just crazy. Like, they nuked each other like to hell, literally devastating their entire world, which eventually led to the Solarians realizing, we fucked up, we made this race too powerful, we have to
So long.
We have to like nip them at the bud. So they created the genophage to basically make them harder to reproduce. Not impossible, but harder. Because they didn't want to complete a massive genocide against their race, but they didn't want to also continue to have them like breeding 10 bodies at a per reproductive whatever.